Welcome to Iowa Pagan News, your informative internet radio station catering to all pagans worldwide. We are dedicated to bringing you the very best in music, news, events, and lots of fun stuff. Come tune into our new podcast at www.plrdn.podbean.com. Now, here's your host, Lou Silverwolf Williams.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Pagan Artist Spotlight on the Prairie Land Radio Network. And I always want to say a thank you to my good friend Ginger Ackley, who has been so kind enough to record our intros for us. And this afternoon, I am joined by Rebeka Maxwell, and she is the founder of Woodland, which oh shoot! I just lost my train. Oh yeah, Woodland Witch Wellness. There we go. Lost my train of thought there for a second. And when I had seen her, because now you did a presentation on Llewellyn Con, didn't you?
No. Okay. I believe we.
Oh, that's right, because we had I had come across you over on TikTok. That's right.
Yes. I'm so honored to be here with you today.
Cool. All right. Yeah, because when I had seen one of your videos, you're one person I felt that I really wanted to connect with and invite you onto the show so I could learn more about what you're doing.
For sure. I'm always happy to talk about what it is I'm doing. Everyone kind of gives me a weird look when I mention what I do. So
nice. Okay, so yeah, let's get right into it. So tell us what it is, what Woodland Witch Wellness is all about.
So Woodland Witch Wellness is all about a natural alternative approach to your wellness, overall wellness. So it approaches your holistic wellness, your body, your mind, and your spirit. So it's very spiritual, obviously, given the name. I do readings, I do energetic healing, and I'm a practicing herbalist as well. And then I also offer my services just for if you need someone to talk to help you on your way. And then my blog includes wellness tips mixed with witchcraft.
Nice. So now, how long have you been on your spiritual path?
I really took off about 6 years ago is when I really awakened to it and started accepting my gifts and the path a lot more. And I've been in love ever since.
Okay. And I mean, what for training have you gone through for the services that you do offer?
So I have gone through and gotten all 3 levels of Reiki. So I'm a Reiki master teacher. I have gone through and become a certified expert in shamanistic theology, so shamanism. I have certificates in chair massage, natural medicine, and also tarot and a few other forms of divination as well.
Very cool. So you're wearing many hats with what you do.
Very much so, yes.
You're about like me. I'm about the same way.
Yes. I'm a one-woman show, so the website, the social media, the everything, it's just me.
Yeah, same way with me. I've been doing this for by myself for since 2012, really. And I also wear many hats too. I'm also a first responder, DJ, minister, event planner, a little bit of everything. So
I feel that. I still have my day job, and you wouldn't believe it or not, but I'm a library manager during the day. So I fit into the group real great.
Oh yeah, I believe that one, definitely. So what has it been like with your teachings and your adventures on your spiritual path and what you have to offer for people?
So originally it started with just doing readings, and I only really started for myself. It wasn't until I started reading for friends that they all kind of encouraged me to branch out and start offering to help people because of how accurate I was and how gifted. And then it kind of grew from there. After tarot, I learned oracle, and then pendulum, crystal ball, tea leaf, bone casting, crystal casting, ruins. And I have this drive to learn all the things. So I learn everything all at once. So I finished with divination, and then I moved on to my healing arts. So I've just finished my herbalist course, actually. So that was a lot of fun. But first it was my Reiki, and then crystal healing. My newest are my shamanistic theology certificate, and like I said, herbalism and natural medicine.
Nice. Well, I was say, because with you being an herbalist and natural medicine now, have you also taken like the Chinese medicine or acupuncture or anything like that?
I'm interested in learning both of those. I haven't yet. They're on my to-do list. I tackle one at a time, and I have a list like a mile long of everything I want to learn. The current one I'm studying is sound healing, actually.
Okay. So now, do you have a place that people can come to you for your services, or how do you go about it?
So I do most of my services, I found, because I really started my business during the middle of the pandemic. So I offer a lot of my services online over video call. I'm trained in distance healing. And then for like herbal clients to come to me, I have a lot of companies in Canada and the US that I partner with that I can send them to get their remedies from, so that they don't have to come see me in person. But I do have my home office set up for the occasional in-person visit when someone local needs me.
Very cool. So now, when did you, let's see, how long have you been at this?
So I originally started under a different name, and I unfortunately ran into a group of people that weren't so accepting of my path and my gifts, and I ended up losing all my accounts and having to start over. So I just relaunched in December, actually, under the new name, and so far, fingers crossed, I haven't run into any issues, but I was in business for about 4 years prior to that.
Okay, yeah, unfortunately, there are bad apples out there. And
yes, and it only takes one group, and it ruins the fun for everyone, but nothing I can't bounce back from, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Because when I first came into the community, that's basically when I had decided that I was going to do everything I possibly could to help unite the community, just because I had came into an area where a huge rift had been formed between two groups. And I just took it upon myself that I was going to do everything I could to unite people. And there was one particular group that were not all that thrilled with it. And they did everything in their power to tear down what I was building. But it's like, I just, I did a banishing spell. And after that, everything kept on going.
Yep. Yeah, so unfortunately, I did lose my accounts because I was trying to be the nice one about it and not do anything and just ask them politely, go away, do the polite thing about it. But I did deal with them after, and all of their accounts got taken down so that they can't harass anyone else again. So
Good.
that was my win there. My girlfriends out there on Instagram were super helpful on helping me tackle that problem when it happened. So, yeah,
that's a good thing.
Just bouncing back stronger and better.
So, what would you say has been the most rewarding part?
So the most rewarding part for me is when I started my journey, I didn't have any help or any mentors or anyone to really look to. I was just kind of, here you go. Like I came from a very religious family. So it was all completely new to me. So the most rewarding part for me is when I get those messages saying, hey, this really helped me, or, those little appreciations. I love helping people. Like I'm always going live, doing free mini readings on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, energy healing sessions, anything I can do to just kind of help to get people started. And that's the point behind my blog and stuff too, is it's going to be a starting point for people.
Very nice. Now, what was your upbringing like? I know you said that you were raised up in a religious family.
Yes. So my mom's side was Christian and my stepdad's side was Catholic. So I had a very fun upbringing. So I used to sing in church choir, and my mom taught Sunday school. So when I came out, it became quite the scandal. I'm still the black sheep of the family, but oh well, I enjoy it that way.
Yeah, I'm kind of same way. I'm kind of in the same position, and I mean, the funny part about with me is that let's see, back in 2013, was it 13 or 14, that I'd moved back to my hometown here in Iowa, which is a small farming community with about 7 or 8 different churches.
Yeah.
And basically, the local newspaper caught on to what I was doing with my internet radio and everything. And next thing I know, I'm getting interviewed by the paper, and it came out as me doing a witchy radio podcast. It's like,
yeah,
thanks, guys. It's like,
yeah, I get the term cult a lot in the town I'm in. And I'm just like, I wish. Where's my servants at?
yeah, no kidding.
I want Indians. So no, it's quite funny. Like I live right, my backyard backs onto a church right now where I live. Small farming community as well. So it's quite entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining for me. I thought for sure I was gonna get some sort of feedback on it. It's like flack from it, but it's like, nope. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. My neighbors have gotten used to me going out in the full moon and the new moon and doing my things, and they've gotten used to it now that I've been here 4 years. But at first, I used to get some really weird looks. Just walking out with my bowl of crystals to charge outside every full moon.
Well, yeah. Basically, once people catch on to what you're doing, they're just like, okay, whatever.
Yep, yeah. She's not harming nothing. We'll just leave her alone. Yeah. But there's always that initial skepticism.
Mm-hmm. So now, how long has it taken you to do your studies?
So I started my studies about 6 years ago. So as soon as I started awakening more and fully, I dove right into them. I've always been that way. I like to study. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite pastimes is studying something new, learning something new. So I started right off the get-go. I have notebooks upon notebooks upon notebooks of information that are going to get typed out into my blogs so that I have them digital, and so does everyone else. But that's really when I started studying. As for my gifts themselves, though, they did start really, really young. So I have the gift of mediumship, even though I don't practice it for my services and stuff. And it was actually my grandfather who passed when I was 6 months old that helped awaken all my gifts and everything within me 6 years ago. So he's been with me, and I talk with him all the time. So he's never left. It's great.
Nice. Yeah, I've had a similar experience. My dad passed in 2007, and I had gone home for I think it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, one of the two. And I get in the house, and my 2 older brothers have got basically the house torn apart, and just doing some remodel and kind of uh, repainting and whatnot. And I walk into the house, and first thing I'm hearing is Dad yelling, having a conniption fit, and
Yeah.
yelling at me. And I'm like, Dad, this was not my idea. Go away.
Yeah.
Go yell at them. This is not my idea.
Go throw some stuff around. Go do something.
And
Yeah.
he just kept right on. He kept right on going. It's like I finally had to say, Dad, look, this is not my idea. Stop yelling at me. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been there. I've had a few experiences where I will be helping a girlfriend with a healing session or some clarity, and like a week later, I have their guides showing up because they're ignoring their guides again, and they're like, "Can you tell this one to listen?" Like, I have a met, and it's like, "Hey, just because I helped once." So I totally get that. Sometimes they push the boundary a little bit,
yeah.
just slightly.
Yeah. But after that, it's like not so much. But it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that was when pretty much my senses started kicking in as well. And but it's interesting to say the least.
It really is. And everyone's journey really starts out so different sometimes. I love hearing the stories.
So let's see now. With you said with all the notebooks that you've got, you're gonna type everything out so that you got everything digital on your blog. Now, have you ever thought about writing like a memoir or a book?
I have been told to do that. I have thought about it. It'll probably come at some point. So I just need to have a little more time and organize it a bit because there's a lot of topics I cover. Like I have books on almost every religion in the world right now, every form of mythology that there is, I being a library manager, I collect things and lots of books. So my notebooks are just right full of every topic and everything imaginable. So I'm sure it'll be books when it comes.
Nice.
So I'm still kind of organizing it all through my blog and seeing where it all fits because there's a lot of it to go through.
Well, and myself, I'm developing a small library myself because I have been getting regular shipments from Llewellyn.
Yep.
From my contact at Llewellyn, and he's making sure that I've got all of the new books coming out, and including a brand new tarot deck as well that
Ooh, nice.
I wasn't expecting either. It's basically it's a dragon tarot deck.
Beautiful. That'll be beautiful.
The artwork on it is just absolutely fantastic. And so this is my first actual tarot deck that I'm going to be learning on. So
Okay. Well, I would be happy to teach you. That's one of the topics I will be covering. Like I said, I have a certificate for Tarot Master for whatever that's worth, and I will, like I said, be teaching. I do have a couple courses in the works right now, but recording time is kind of slow for me because I have the kids, so it takes me a minute, but I will be rolling those out. But my blogs in the meantime are taking most of the heavy hitting there.
Okay, excellent. Now, basically, do you have your? You do have your blogs on your main website, which is
Yes, I do.
Okay, which is woodlandwitchwellness.wordpress.com, and
Yes.
people can go there to contact you as well.
Yeah, contact me, book a session if you need anything. Read the blogs, find all my social media links. Everything's there.
Nice. And with all the video work that you've done, because like I said, I came across you on TikTok. Are you going to be? Do you have a large social media presence, or?
I have It's growing. My largest presence is on TikTok right now. My Instagram and my Facebook are slowly coming along. Since the rebrand and the having to relaunch and everything, I had a rather large following at one point, but I gotta go find everyone again. New name, new look. I have to go find everyone again, but it's coming along.
Cool. Excellent. So when you're doing your videos on TikTok, I mean, do you find that to be enjoyable and fulfilling for people?
I do, yes, and I try and do whether it's mini readings or fun little skits. I kind of try to cover all the areas because I take it as the same approach as I do my business. It's for every aspect. You want to learn from it. You want to have fun with it. You want to enjoy it. You want to be informed at the same time. So my TikTok is kind of scattered and a mix of all of those, but I really enjoy making the videos, and I get a lot of messages saying, thank you, I needed that information, or I needed that message, or that healing really helped me today. So I'm really happy about that.
Do you ever plan to open up a physical location where people can come to you?
That is something I do plan, hopefully for the future, that I can grow to that point. I'm in the middle of a community that's a little standoffish, but the outside community surrounding us are very open to it. So I'm hoping to tap a little more into the local demographic in the next couple of years here, so that I can do that.
Excellent. Very nice. So overall, for somebody who is just starting out, especially for our young generation, what would be a good key of advice that you could give to somebody?
So just starting out on your spiritual journey, the first thing I always recommend is don't do as I do as I say. Don't dive into everything right away. I found I dove into my studies right away, and then halfway through them, bam, I ended up with the shadow work because I no longer knew who I was. And I recommend starting there all the time. Start with, who are you at the core? Who do you want to see yourself as? Because it's going to make it a lot easier for you to go down your path and go to what calls you if you're not having that internal conflict.
And so basically, it goes back to rule number one is knowing thyself.
Yes, exactly. If you can't skip that step at all, it's so important.
Yeah. The way I put it is read rule number one. Rule number two, go back to rule number one.
Yep. No, that's exactly it. It's so true. You have to know yourself, know who you were in the past and who you're going to be in the future, and work towards it.
And for, like I said, here for our younger generation who I see a lot of them not taking the time to actually learn about their path and what they're wanting to accomplish. Instead, they're just diving in head first.
Right into the deep end. I've noticed the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's really why my blog is new. It's only been up for about a week. I'm really trying to focus on it so that I can help that younger generation, because that was me at one point, and it's not a fun journey. You get halfway through it and everything comes crumbling down. You're like, hang on, wait a second, this doesn't fit anymore. So I definitely want to. That's the whole goal there, is to help that younger generation, right?
Right. And basically, even the information that you've learned out, have you undergone teachings from elders in the community?
I have quite a few friends that have been in the community a lot longer than me. Most of my friends, my witchy friends, my circle that I hang out with are much older than I am. They've been doing it for a lot longer than I have. And I didn't find them, though, until I was about halfway in my journey there. And then they've really helped me come into my own since then and learn and further my knowledge. But for the first part, I was really, really by myself, and that's why I dove into the deep end. Google was my best friend at the start, which is not good advice to anyone ever.
No, it isn't. Yeah,
Google is sometimes your worst enemy.
that's true. That is very true. And the one thing that I've been trying to encourage our younger generation is going to Barnes and Noble, going to a discount bookstore, and go through the metaphysical section and pick up as many books as you can on whatever spiritual path that you're on.
Yes, exactly. Like that's where my day job as the library manager comes in so great, because I've made sure to build a collection like that at our library, and it goes out so often here in Alberta, all over the province, for people needing help as well. For those that just can't afford to buy them all the time, it works so much better, and I make sure to put that effort in for that.
Well, I'm glad that you are, because with all the new books that are coming out now, especially with Llewellyn getting back on track and to really covering our pagan authors. And
Yes.
all the information that they have to share with everybody now. I find it to be really great, because in fact, they just got done doing a Llewellyn Con that they did over a 2-week time frame with 10 days, 40 different authors. And
Oh, wow.
it was really nice because I got to get introduced to a lot of new authors. Some have been out there for a while, but the information that I gained during that time has been helpful for me, and also for everybody that listens in on what I'm doing here, because I invited several of their authors to be on the show here with me.
Yes, I've noticed that. I've been watching. They've been some great episodes.
Mm-hmm. So the information that is out there is really good, and to me, I think it's vital, and it doesn't hurt to pick up a book and learn from a book.
No, it really doesn't. Like I said, I have quite the stacks growing here outside of just my notebooks, just the books that I've been using and I've been studying from. And I have some really, really old publications. And then I have some of the newer ones that are coming out. Like my collection ranges far, and the information is so great. And you learn so much from a book.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, because if you ever want to add books to your section up there, I can definitely put you in touch with my contact at Llewellyn, who is Marcus Ironwood.
Okay, I would love that. Yes.
I'd be more than happy to hook you two up, and so that way you can add to your collection at the library.
Definitely, I would love that.
Fantastic.
That would be great. It'd be a great way to help the young ones still studying, the new people to our paths.
That's true. And it's because I know that it's difficult in smaller areas for kids to really have a chance to have a way of learning.
Yes.
I know it's difficult, especially all through Canada and over into Alaska and remote areas. I know it's difficult. So
Yes, the community where my library is a town of 128 people. So my youth really, like, not all of them have even internet at home. Like, the library is really the hub. They come for their internet just to get on to social media and get out of this small town for the 4 hours a day that we're open there. And the books really help them escape as well. So.
And that's even smaller than my hometown. Shoot.
We're a little tiny town. And we are surrounded by a whole bunch of hamlets and stuff out there. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, at least you've got people who, well, by what you're talking about, that you do have people up there who are actually writing books.
Yes, yes. There's a few people out in the area. So the library I serve is right close to one of the reserves here in Alberta. So we have a lot of Indigenous authors as well, writing about their spirituality and their cultural aspects as well. So I make sure to bring in a bunch of those books, and they've been such great reads. I've actually learned a lot from them.
Very cool. So, for people who want to get in contact with you, what's the best way for them to do it?
Any of my social medias, they can email me. It's woodland.witch.wellness@gmail.com. They can hit me up on, like I said, my social medias, the contact form on my website. I'm always happy to answer questions and messages.
Excellent. Well, like you said, when I came across you on TikTok, you're definitely a person I wanted to reach out to and invite to come on the show and just tell everybody what you're doing. And especially with you being up in a remote area like you are, I applaud your work.
Well, thank you. I'm trying, like I said, really hard to bring some awareness and knowledge to those looking to follow this more spiritual path. So, and to help those that are on their path.
Good deal. Now, how often are you doing your videos?
So I go live twice a week right now. I do it around my busy schedule with the job and the kids. So typically Mondays and Fridays I go live. So I'll probably be going live on TikTok again tonight. And doing up my posts and stuff about it. For my blogs, they are weekly, so I have one publishing tonight as well. Every Friday, those go out. And then typically, I'll do pop-in lives when I can here and there. And as for my reels and shorts and stuff on TikTok, it kind of varies by how much time I have each day. So my little ones are 6 and 2, so some days are better than others.
I can imagine. So, well, I'm not going to keep you all that long. So, like I said, I know you get your little ones. So, but I do thank you for taking time out to come and join me today.
Of course, of course. I'm so honored to have been asked. This has been great.
Good. Well, I definitely wanted to get your information out in front of everybody because that's all about what I'm doing here is to put the spotlight on people in the community who have valuable knowledge to share.
I definitely have a lot of that collected from over the years to share. And like I said, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, starting to share it with my blog, and eventually my YouTube channel will get going as well.
If you ever need assistance with that, all you have to do is just reach out.
Perfect. I definitely will. Thank you. It's a learning curve there to learn the technology side of it.
Let's say I can definitely assist you with that. I've been a live DJ for 16 plus years, doing this part of it since 2012. So I've gained a lot of valuable knowledge over the years. So
sounds like it. Sounds very much so like it. I will be sure to pick your brain because I have. We're doing a move into a different house this summer, and then I'm going to be setting up my office space again, and I want to get more tech so that I can continue growing, reach more people. So I will definitely come pick your brain.
Be more than happy to. And then I will definitely be picking your brain on learning tarot.
Of course, I'd be happy. You should see my notebook. I might have it organized and color coded. There's a lot of tarot stuff I could teach you, so I am more than happy to be your teacher for that.
Shoot, that sounds more like a book of shadows to me.
Yeah, but it only covers tarot. You should see the other ones I have.
That would definitely be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's quite entertaining. I have a few of them like that. So, like I said, if I ever do write a book, it'll be books because there's just too much for one.
Cool. Well, that's the way to do it. So, all right. I am going to let you go for now, and we'll definitely be staying in touch. And I definitely want to thank you for taking time out to come and join me this evening. And it's been informative. I will guarantee you that.
Well, I appreciate you asking me to be here, and I had a great time.
Good, I'm glad. And we're going to be hearing from our sponsors, and then definitely want to say thank you for everyone who tunes in on a regular basis here to Iowa Pagan News and the Pagan Artist Spotlight. And as always, keep your friends, your family, and people around you safe. And especially with our summer weather that we've got and the temperatures that we've been dealing with, keep yourself hydrated. And if you have to be outside, just take precautions.
Definitely agree. It's been hot this year.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we're going to hear from our sponsors, and I'm going to say pleasant journeys, everyone. Have a good evening.
I just walked into this coffee shop. You'll never guess what I found. All the help is deeply engrossed in metaphysical times. You should too. I'm at the Egyptian, 475 Park Avenue in Idaho Falls, Idaho. You get your very own copy for free, and we're open till 10.
Sister Moon, Apothecary and More is a collaboration of local island witches bringing you handcrafted tools for ritual, amazing apothecary, custom vinyl work, merchandise, and so much more. But we are not just an online store. We are a sisterhood, a platform, and a voice for everything that is magical. Join us for our famous Tarot Tuesdays from 11 to 4 Eastern Standard Time for a discounted reading with our amazing in-house intuitive reader and priestess, Wolf Spirit Energy, Beverly Oberlin. You can find us on Facebook at Sister Moon Store or on the web at sistermoon.shop. So fly on over and stop in for a spell.
Hey, and just as a reminder here, if you would like to help support what we're doing here at Iowa Pagan News, be sure to check out our PayPal under Iowa Pagan News at Gmail, and also our Cash App at IAPN Radio 2750. That way you can help us and support us so we can keep the lights going, we can keep the continuation of good information and good programming for everyone to tune in later on or even viewing us live. So be sure to show your support to Iowa Pagan News. Also show your support to Rebeka, as I know that she'll be more than happy to spend time with you and answer any questions that you might have for her.
Most definitely.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. And as always, we will see you on the next one. Have a good night. We are out of here for the evening.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. All shows are recorded and available for download at plrdn.podbean.com. All rights are reserved and may not be replayed without written permission by IAPN Radio Management. Come join us at our new group, IAPN Radio on Facebook, where you can be kept up to date for future broadcasts. Pleasant journeys, everyone.